Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of AWA, Austin's Wrestling Alliance, where we begin our journey to our very first PLE title turmoil, where all champions will be crowned. All inaugural champions will be crowned at Title Turmoil, which the date will be announced soon. Tonight we begin the road to Title Turmoil, starting off with a qualifying match for the women's title. Again, this is a qualifying match for the women's title, 6-woman elimination match, which will take place at Title Turmoil, where we will crown the inaugural women's champion along with all of our other champions. Also tonight, on the women's side of things, looking to qualify for the six-pack challenge elimination match at Title Turmoil is Gigi Dolan, who looks to qualify against none other than Jada Parker herself. The prodigy Roxanne Perez looking to qualify, however, she has a very tough task ahead of her against none other than the evil member of the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan. Shockingly coming out all on her own here tonight. No Judgment Day to be seen, as Liv Morgan looks to make history as the inaugural women's champion here in the AWA. First match of the AWA is underway, with Roxanne Perez getting the early start with a Thez press, putting the boots to Liv Morgan now. The fans here in the arena tonight fully behind Roxanne here. Knee to the side of the face. The prodigy already looking dominant here against Liv Morgan, the veteran. We very well could be seeing our very first upset as well. Ringing the knee of Liv Morgan. Other qualifying matches for the six-pack challenge elimination match. Qualifying matches for the six-pack challenge match. Asuka and Chelsea Green, Indy Hartwell and Nikki Cross, Rhea Ripley, Mommy and Zoe Stark, Alexa Bliss and Cora Jade, and today you will see Gigi Dolan and Jada Parker. Who will be the first woman to not only punch their ticket to Title Turmoil, but also who will be the first person to win a match here in the AWA? Up and over the top rope goes Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has been all out of sorts here, as Roxanne Perez to the top rope now, telling Liv Morgan to stand on her feet and face her ass across body to the floor, knocking Liv Morgan down. Now Roxanne, reversal by Liv Morgan. Morgan sending Perez across the floor. Perez now standing up, and Morgan showboating. Not a time really to showboat, as she has not been in control much of this matchup. And now Roxanne yet again Cover here by Morgan. Could this be it here? There's one, and a quick kick out at 1 by the Prodigy. Drop kick to the back, and now Liv Morgan back in control. Roxanne with another Thez press, again laying the shots down on to Morgan. Went for a knee, reversed by Morgan. Morgan now with a face buster on the floor. That is very, very thin matting protecting the concrete. Referees count now up to 3. Now up to 4. Morgan sending Perez back into the ring. Morgan to the second rope. Axe handle. Roxanne moved out of the way. Morgan with a missile drop kick. Innovative move by Morgan. Back up is Roxanne. Roxanne with a backdrop suplex there. Roxanne measuring her opponent. Thought she was going for Pop Rocks there. Oblivion! Out of nowhere. Cover here. This could be it. 2. And Liv Morgan punches her ticket to title turmoil. She will have 5 other women vying for that spot. Next up is a match to determine the first man in the AWA Intercontinental title Fatal 4-Way at Title Turmoil. Going for a handshake and a cheap shot by Grayson Waller. Onto the Nigerian King Obafemi. Boot by Waller, and here we go. Waller and Femi, winner of this match, will be the first man to qualify for the AWA Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way match at Title Turmoil. Grayson Waller now went to pick up Obafemi, received a facebuster for his troubles. Lock up here. Waller winning the strength battle, proving he's not just a high-flying cruiserweight. Yet again, another lockup here. Both men in a stalemate. Obafemi just shoving Waller off. Clothesline to the back of Waller's head. Cover here by Femi. Is this an it? And a quick kick out at 1 by Waller. Waller here, as you notice, is out here alone because later on tonight, his tag team partner, Austin Theory, will get a shot to knock off the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton, in the first round of the AWA Championship Tournament. Another lockup here, another strength victory by Waller. To the top rope and an elbow to the back. Cover here. Kick out at 2 by Waller. Waller now with a kip up. Femi with Waller up, hanging him out to dry. Femi now measuring his man. Femi with Waller to the ropes. Flapjacking Waller face first to the mat. 2. And another kick out by Grayson Waller. Repeated shots by the big Obafemi, who's now to the top rope. Big splash by Femi. Waller now crawling to the bottom rope. Shot by Oba. Oba pulling Waller back into the ring. This has been a one-sided affair thus far. And as I say that, Waller showing off his strength with a big body slam onto Obafemi, and now just disrespecting Femi with boots to the face repeatedly. Big elbow drop there by the cocky Australian Grayson Waller. Double axe handle by Obafemi. Femi now targeting the legs of Grayson Waller, taking out much of that high flying ability and athleticism Waller is known for. Femi now reversed by Waller. To the corner goes Femi. Grayson Waller planting Femi to the mat. Cover here by Waller. Could this be all? Could Waller go to title turmoil? And a kick out at 1 by the powerful Nigerian Obafemi. Shot there, and the Grayson Waller effect out of nowhere, covered by Waller. 1, 2, and Waller almost with the upset on Femi. Waller with Femi up. To the ropes. Waller yet again. Now out of the ring. And a pop-up stunner. Wonderful for maneuver there. 2. And Waller with the upset of Obafemi punches his ticket to title turmoil. I will say for certain that Obafemi is not going to forget. He is not going to forget about that cheap shot from Grayson Waller. And now, the young, plucky upstart, Javon Evans, will go one-on-one with Josh Briggs to determine the first man to qualify for the 8-man battle royal for the television title at TV Turmoil, or at Title Turmoil rather. Here comes the plucky 20-some-year-old upstart Javon Evans. This man's highlight reel goes forever. Looking to punch his ticket to possibly become the first ever AWA television champion at Title Turmoil.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 170 pounds, Javon
Evans has a tall task ahead of him against the powerhouse Josh Briggs. And here comes the powerhouse that is Josh Briggs. No nonsense. Mr. No Nonsense Josh Briggs coming out here looking to punch his ticket to Title Turmoil to compete in that 8-man battle royal that could also include some high-profile names. Like next week, like on our next episode, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, looks to qualify for the television title 8-man battle royal as he battles Ivar. And Solo Sikoa looks to punch his ticket to title turmoil over the Brit Wade Barrett. This match, however, underway. Starting off with an early flurry by Big Josh Briggs. Winds of change type maneuver there. Deep six, rather, by Josh Briggs. Stomp to the back of Javon Evans' head. I wonder if that jaw that was injured by Ethan Page on NXT a little while ago could still be hurting him. Shot reversed by Javon Evans. Now Javon Evans in control here. Javon Evans with a springboard Hurricane Rana taking down Josh Briggs. Now Javon Evans, however, he's a high flyer. He relies on the ropes for a lot of his maneuvers. If he were to win this match and qualify, you would have to think that, most of his offense would be, and went for something there, did not connect. Most of his offense would be compromised in a battle royal. Whereas Josh Briggs is a mat technician, he would probably excel in a match like that. Into the steel steps goes Briggs. Count of 4 now. To the top rope goes Evans. Count of 5. Evans with a frog splash to the floor. Had to hurt himself at least a little bit there. Briggs now being sent back into the ring by Evans. Evans now in full control of the much larger Briggs. Springboard, looked like a springboard famouser maybe. Arm wringer now by Evans. Evans taking care of the arm of Briggs. Briggs using the ropes to pull himself back up. Reversal sending Evans to the floor. However, Evans kipping up, not feeling affected. To the ropes goes Evans. Back elbow. Cover here by Briggs. Is he going to title turmoil? Kick out by Evans. Briggs is really starting to feel it now. Big splash by Briggs. He is really starting to feel it, just picking Devon up and tossing him across the ring. Big splash by Briggs. You may think Briggs may be a perfect candidate, a top contender for the TV title. Is Javon gonna submit here? Is this gonna be it? Javon looking for the ropes. Ref begging Javon. Is he gonna stop? And no. Released elbow to the throat by Briggs. Cover by Briggs. Is he going to turmoil? And no. Another kick out at 1 by the young Evans. Briggs measuring his man, telling Evans to stand up. Reversal by Evans. Evans with a cutter. Cover by Evans. Is this going to be it? 2. And a kick out at 2 by Briggs. Springboard moonsault by Evans. Yet again measuring his man Quick shots by Evans. Evans now with a side Russian leg sweep. Evans has to be feeling the effects. Tilt-a-whirl moonsault by Evans. Is this going to be it? 2! And Evans knocks off the much bigger Briggs and sends himself to the TV title match.
Here is your winner, Javon.
7 other men to face Javon Evans in that battle royal for the television title. And next up, we are going to hear from the brash, confident Austin Theory as he prepares for his matchup against the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. Hear what Theory has to say here. Promoting himself, telling us how he is the future of the AWA. Crowd not liking it. He's gonna retire. I think Theory's forgetting that he has a matchup. He's leaving. He said he's not wrestling tonight. Austin Theory just walked out on his match. He said he wasn't going to wrestle tonight. Looks like we'll have to I'll have to have a talk with Austin Theory there, and we will figure out what to do. Just what to do about that. That is extremely aggravating, and I apologize to everyone watching this episode of AWA. However, we move on to the AWA United States title triple threat match that will take place at Title Turmoil.
Making his way to the ring from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds.
Eddie Guerrero going one-on-one with the young all-ego Ethan Page as he looks to be crowned the first ever AWA United States champion at Title Turmoil. The experience factor in this match is definitely going to go to Latino Heat. And here comes the young Ethan Page looking for the massive upset.
And his opponent from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 214 pounds. All-ego
Ethan Page looking to qualify for the AWA United States Championship triple threat match at Title Turmoil, which could also include the likes of Braun Breaker, who will look to qualify soon as he takes on Dragon Lee of the LWO, or AJ Styles as he looks to qualify next episode against none other than Booker T. AJ Styles and Booker T on next episode. But we have to get through this one first with All Ego Ethan Page one-on-one against Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. And All Ego coming out of the blocks here quickly, just disrespecting the veteran Eddie Guerrero with boots to the face. Shot there by Ethan Page, another shot, wringing the neck of Eddie Guerrero across the ropes. Ethan Page has told me if he wins the United States Championship at Title Turmoil, actually he said he will, by saying when he wins the United States title at Title Turmoil, he will open it up and be an open champion to anybody he sees fit. He wants to pick all of his opponents for the championship if he were to win it, or if you ask him when he wins it at Title Turmoil. I told him he had to get through Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero first, who is putting on a clinic with a springboard DDT. Now wrapping up Ethan Page. Page was able to break the plane of the ropes and the referee right on top of it. Eddie now with an elbow to the side of the face. Eddie now where he loves to be, on the ropes. Big splash by Guerrero. Cover here by Guerrero. Is he going to title? No, he's not. He's not going to Title Turmoil. Springboard drop kick to the face by Guerrero. Latino Heat now went for a springboard moonsault and missed. All Ego now in full control of Latino Heat. Shot there by Page. Page now with Eddie sprung across the top rope. Shot and face first goes Eddie. Cover here by Page. Ethan Page with an out. No, Eddie kipped up. Eddie's waiting for him to finish his showboating, saying, let's get back to the match. I was able to catch up with Guerrero, asking him what he would do if he was able to qualify here tonight. He said he would watch all of the other two matches very, very closely, knowing that one of those other four men are going to be, or two of those other four men are going to be in that match with him, as it'll be a triple threat match for the U.S. title at Title Turmoil. Back into the ring comes Guerrero. STO. Big power move there by All Ego Ethan Page. Page now just measuring Guerrero into the corner. Guerrero, however, playing possum. Dropping Ethan Page onto the back of his neck. To the top rope goes Guerrero. Begging Page to get back onto his feet. Going for another missile drop kick and connecting. Reversal by Guerrero. Went for a kick. Reversal by Page. Taking out the knees of Guerrero. Big boot to the face of Eddie by All Ego Ethan Page. I asked Page as well what he would do if he were to win this match and qualify. He said he would sit back because nobody is good enough to beat All Ego Ethan Page, especially when there is gold on the line. Another submission attempt by Eddie Guerrero, raking on the back, and Eddie Guerrero taps out Ethan Page.
Here is your winner, Eddie Guerrero.
What a match that was there. Next up, Jada Parker and Gigi Dolan look to join the already qualified Liv Morgan in the six-pack challenge elimination match for the women's championship at Title Turmoil. Both of these women just getting started in their careers, just beginning to make a name for themselves. What kind of career catapult would being the inaugural Women's World Champion?
Making her way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, Gigi Dolan.
Imagine the catapult that winning the first women's world title would be to the career of both Gigi Dolan and Jada Parker. Both of these women really haven't had the chance to shine in singles competition yet. Here on the inaugural episode of AWA, they get the opportunity to show themselves and show how they and why they should be the inaugural Women's World Champion. Winner of this match again joins the already qualified Liv Morgan, who rocks the prodigy Roxanne Perez.
And her opponent from Port St. Lucie, Florida,
Jada Parker, in the same boat as Gigi Dolan, as I was saying, really hasn't had a chance to make a name for herself. Both women really trying to break out, and what a breakout it would be to not only be on the PLE Title Turmoil card, but be competing for the Women's World title, and on top of that, possibly winning the Women's World title and being the inaugural Women's World Champion. They're going to have a tough challenge, however, as 5 other women will also be vying for that title at Title Turmoil. However, tonight it's just them. It's just the 2 of them. They're one-on-one here tonight, starting with a collar elbow tie-up. And the power game of Jada Parker is going to come into play here, you would have to think. Gigi Dolan getting the headlock. Really cranking the head of Jada Parker is Gigi Dolan. Dolan, a former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, alongside her former partner, JC Jane, who unfortunately was not chosen in the random draw to qualify for the Women's World title six-pack challenge elimination match. STO by Parker. Parker and Dolan, both young, both just starting in their young careers here. AWA trying to crown its first champions here. We will do so at Title Turmoil. Every champion, every inaugural champion will be crowned. Shot to the midsection by Jada Parker. Jada now with the shot to the midsection of Dolan. Cover here by Parker. Is Parker going to Title Turmoil? Kick out at 1 by Dolan. Both Dolan and Parker would be the biggest X factors, in my opinion, in the match at Title Turmoil. This is really a battle of the X factors if you really think about it. Submission attempt here by Jada Parker. Is Dolan going to tap? Is Dolan going to give it up? Now wringing out the arm of Gigi Dolan. Targeting different body parts, weakening her opponent step by step. Great strategy by Jada Parker. To the corner goes Dolan. Getting a running start, now going for the Bulldog by Parker. Cover here by Parker. Is she going to title turmoil? And a kick out at 1 by Dolan. Very excited to have you all with us here. And now, that back elbow just busted open Gigi Dolan. Gigi Dolan bleeding from the side of her head where the point of Parker's elbow just connected with her jaw. Parker now with a shot with a hip check there. Cover. There's 2, and Jada Parker punches her ticket to title turmoil.
Here is your winner, Jada Parker.
Jada Parker with an impressive victory over Gigi Dolan. And she now joins Liv Morgan as the second woman to qualify for the AWA Women's World Championship match at Title Turmoil. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, it is none other than Fraxium going up against the Street Profits. The winner of this match will qualify for the tag team title match at Title Turmoil. The winner of this match will face the team of will face the winner of the Tama Tonga Loa Bloodline and Wyatt 6 match. Axiom and his tag team partner Nathan Frazier.
Is a tag team match set for 1 fall. Introducing first, representing Fraxia from Madrid, Spain, weighing in at 154 pounds, Axia.
Axiom and his tag team partner Nathan Frazier, commonly referred to as Fraxium. Former NXT Tag Team Champions, long-time reign as NXT Tag Team Champions, looking to recapture gold as the inaugural AWA Tag Team Champions. However, they have a tough task ahead of them. As they have to compete against none other than the Street Profits.
And his partner, representing Fraxia from Jersey in the Channel Islands, weighing in at 182 pounds, Nathan Frazier.
Again, the winner of this tag team match will have an even tougher task ahead of them, as they will either face Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa of the New Bloodline or 2 members of the Wyatt 6. Now, I have tried to speak to Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy about which 2 members he will put forward to try and bring gold to the Wyatt 6 faction, but I have not been able to find them, really. They have been tucked away somewhere in the arena, and the only time I've been able to speak. Why is everyone coming out separately? So we're going to skip the entrances here. I apologize, friends. I don't know why the teams did not enter together. So that is something that I will fix before the next episode. Again, first episode here. We're going to have some bumps in the road, but we will fix things and we will work things through. I appreciate you bearing with me as we watch the first episode. Please feel free to give a like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video even. Do it, do your best to get the video out there. Referee in our way of the hard cam here. Not able to see much. We do see that Axiom is starting things off with Angelo Dawkins tag now to Nathan Frazier. Double team here by Fraxium, taking down the much larger Dawkins. Springboard moonsault to Dawkins, and now Dawkins is reeling. Reversal there by Dawkins, and now here comes the powerhouse of the Street Profits. Tag there. Spine busters, frog splashes by the Profits. B-Fab on the outside, liking what she sees. Reversal now, chop by Frazier, drop kick by Nathan Frazier. Again, the winners of this match right here will go on to face either the two members of the Wyatt Six or the Bloodline. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa for the inaugural AWA World Tag Team titles. Big jumping knee there by Ford. Count of 6. Count of 7 now. Count of 8. 9. Nathan Frazier just got counted out. Montez Ford and the Street Profits are going to... What a controversial victory for the Profits. A controversial victory for the Street Profits lands them in the tag team title match. We now move on to what was supposed to be the second of 3 first-round matchups that we would see tonight in the AWA Championship Tournament. Excuse me. Between LA Knight and the megastar LA Knight and Ilya Dragunov. I have to come to a decision about what to do with Austin Theory walking out on his match with Randy Orton.
Making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds, LA Knight.
The megastar LA Knight looking to capture his first world championship as he, or at least his first world championship in the AWA. However, in order to do that, he has to defeat the powerful, I think he's Russian, Ilya Dragunov. Here comes the powerhouse that is Ilya Dragunov.
And his opponent from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at
Dragunov and Knight competing. In the what is technically the quarterfinals, which is also the first round of the tournament here, to crown a new world champion. The winner of this match will face the winner of the Trick Williams-William Regal match. Say that 5 times fast, which will happen next episode in the semifinals. And the finals of the tournament will take place and will main event Title Turmoil. So you're not only fighting for a shot to be the first ever AWA champion, but you're also fighting for a shot to main event the first ever PLE for an AWA history. Could you imagine walking into the very first main event in the AWA, knowing that you could walk out as the AWA champion, you would make yourself the face of the company? Early advantage, an early submission by LA Knight. Is he gonna get Dragunov to tap out here? I doubt it. Ilya Dragunov is a very tough man. He stood toe-to-toe with Gunther. Toe-to-toe with Pete Dunne. Missile dropkick there by Knight. However, Ilya Dragunov does give a decent bit of power. Gives up a decent bit of power to the megastar LA Knight. Knight now. Knife edge chop. Knight has been in control of Dragunov. Spinning back elbow now to the second rope, and goes LA Knight. Dropping the double axe handle, going for a cover. Is Knight moving on to the semifinals? Kick out by Dragunov. Knee to the face and a clothesline. Now Knight is really starting to feel it. Knight now with Dragunov up, going possibly for either a powerbomb. Even better, we could see it. No, he's now gonna just hang Dragunov over the top rope. Knight now to the top, going for the knee to the face, covered by Knight. Is this gonna be it? 2 and a kick out by Ilya. Knight telling Ilya, stand up, springboard missile drop kick again by LA Knight. This is the kind of action you tune in to the Austin Wrestling Alliance to see. Yeah. Elbow drop by Knight. Knight now measuring Ilya. Could we be seeing some BFT here? And it connects the BFT. Cover by Knight. Is this it? 2. Knight is moving on to the semi-finals.
Here is your winner,
LA Knight is moving on to the semi-finals to face the winner of next week's Trick Williams and William Regal match. Knight with a dominant performance, taking out Ilya Dragunov. And now it is time for our main event. The Ring General Gunther one-on-one with Bray Wyatt. Here we go. Heck, hang on. Early headlock here by Gunther, the Ring General, onto Bray Wyatt. The winner of this match was going to face the winner of the match between Austin Theory and Randy Orton. that was supposed to happen earlier on. However, I don't know what the deal was with Austin Theory. He said he does not want to, he thinks he just automatically deserves a shot and deserves to be in the main event of Title Turmoil. I don't know if we're going to be able to reconcile something like that with, you know, with him. I just don't think we will. It's just going to be something that, we have to see what happens in that, Bear with me here, friends. I'm trying to figure this out here. I don't know why. There it is. There we go. That fixed the problem. All right. My apologies there. Again, first episode. You gotta work with me here a little bit. First episode here for the AWA. First one. Bray Wyatt and Gunther main eventing the very first episode of the AWA's TV YouTube tapings. I don't know about a set schedule for the AWA just yet. It's going to be whenever I can film. I'm going to try and get the action as quickly out to you as I can here. Now, ringing the neck of Bray Wyatt. Are we going to see a submission here? Knee to the back by Gunther. Gunther and Wyatt main eventing the very first episode of AWA TV. Where the winner of this match will face either Randy Orton and possibly Austin Theory. I don't know if that match is going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to keep Austin Theory in the tournament or not yet. I have to make that decision here at a later date. Cover here by cheat cover by Gunther. The ring general, my butt. He is ring general, my ass. He is not. That is not the actions of somebody that you would think to be a ring general, somebody who leads the next generation. Cover here by Gunther. Is this it for Wyatt? 2, yes! Shockingly, Gunther.
Here's your winner, Gunther!
Shockingly, Gunther squashes Bray Wyatt in the main event of our first show. I cannot believe it. What a first show it was, highlighted by Austin Theory not competing and refusing to compete against Randy Orton. What a situation that was. What a situation it was for someone like Austin Theory to just say he's not going to compete against Randy Orton. Now, here's the other thing that's a little bit different about the AWA amongst other amongst other places. I am going to show you the making of the next card for next week's episode. So, kicking off the show next week will be another chance for somebody to qualify for the AWA Intercontinental Championship as Andrade goes one-on-one with the Judgment Day's Carlito. and I'm sure he will have the entire Judgment Day by his side. I am seeing that we're almost out of time here. So unfortunately, we will have to cut this a little bit short. I will not be able to show you the rest of the card. I will show you the rest of the card before the next episode, before we begin the show, and before we kick things off with Andrade and Carlito. You will see the entire card. I appreciate you watching. Please make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we will see you on the next episode of AWA TV. Thank you very much, folks, and I will again see you next time.